Hello guys, welcome back to Football HQ. Let's dive into Arsenal injury updates. Martin Odegaard left the pitch in the Norway last game yesterday on crutches following a devastating injury. Recall that Martin Odegaard picked up an injury in Arsenal 1-1 draw against Brighton last week, but after close examination, he was deemed fit, hence why he traveled to represent Norway in the UEFA Nations League. In Norway last game, Martin Odegaard picked up an ankle injury which was so devastating that he left the stadium on crutches. Arsenal is set to face Tottenham in the North London derby to take place on September 15, and Arsenal key man Martin Odegaard is likely not to play in this game due to an injury sustained while representing Norway. Now let's take a look at Arsenal injury update ahead of the North London derby against Tottenham and the midweek upcoming Champions League first opening fixture against Atalanta and also the crucial game against last season winner Manchester City coming up in the month of September. Let's dive into it. So Martin Odegaard sustained an injury while playing for Norway in the UEFA Nations League. The injury looked so bad. He was seen leaving the stadium on crutches. Look at this picture. Look at this clip. He was seen on crutches leaving the stadium. As you can see, the injury looks so bad. Even Norwich coach had to admit that the injury looks serious, and this is a very big blow for Arsenal, who has tough matches coming up in the month of September. The game against Tottenham Hotspur, Atalanta, the Champions League opening fixture against Atalanta, and as well a very important clash against Manchester City. Now Martin Odegaard is unlikely to feature in this game, but we are yet to know the duration of this injury. Maybe in the coming days we'll get a full medical examination on how long this injury will Martin Odegaard injury could, span the duration of this injury. Also, Mika has another injury concern ahead of the North London derby. New signing Riccardo Calafiori sustained an injury in Italy's UEFA Nations League match against France. Riccardo Calafiori picked up a calf injury. Thankfully, the injury doesn't look serious. He's already back in London, where Arsenal medical team will take a look and examine the severity of the injury, and an official report will be made on whether he could start in the game against Tottenham in the North London derby. The Calafiori injury is not as bad as the Martin Odegaard's own, and hopefully it's not a serious injury and will be ready for the next game against Tottenham. But pending the official announcement from the club, we should assume that Calafiori may unlikely face Tottenham in the North London derby. A big boost for Arsenal as Gabriel could return in the North London derby against Tottenham. Gabriel has only played 5 minutes in this season and has been suffering from groin injury, but there's some bit of good news for the Gunners as the Brazilian striker has returned back to training, and Mika is happy to welcome him back and has hinted that he could start or he could feature in the upcoming game against Tottenham. So big news, good news for Arsenal fans. Gabriel is back to fitness and is ready to feature in the Arsenal's upcoming games. Also, new signing Mika is still injured. He has been suffering from a shoulder injury and he is expected to be out for 2 months. So Arsenal fans, we have to wait for his debut. The new signing from Real Sociedad is still not fit, and Arsenal fan, we have to wait for 2 months before he can make his first debut for Arsenal. In other news, Kieran Tierney and Tomiyasu are still injured, but are not expected to feature in Arsenal upcoming game against Tottenham, Atalanta, or even Manchester City. They are still nursing their injuries and they are not ready for the game. As you all can see, Mika is having some injury issues, and Arsenal are set to be busy in the month of September playing a lot of matches and against stronger opponents. Now, Arsenal man Martin Odegaard Ricardo Calafiori, Gabriel Jesus, Tomiyasu, and Kiatifia are all injured, with some bit of good news with Gabriel Jesus' feet and California injury not being that serious. So there's a possibility that these five players may not feature in this coming matches in September. Although the Arsenal medical team, we have to examine them to know if they are fit for this game. So this is all for Arsenal injury update ahead of the game against Tottenham Hotspur this weekend. That's all for today. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you will be the first to get our daily Arsenal news. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.